That was a good play. Same guy, same time. Nice job.
Rammed it and you put it right where the sun don't shine today, fellas. That's the type of team we are. All that work, all that paid off right there in that second half.
Newman's kind of been you guys' nemesis, you know, the last 3 times it's gone to them. What's the feeling right now?
I mean, this feeling is just really unbelievable just to finally get a win against them, even though it was ugly. We kind of played old Mustang smash mouth football. I mean, our passing game wasn't there, but we got done on the ground, and our line did a heck of a job. It's all I give it to the line today. That's all I got to say.
Talk a little bit about the offense. You know, a lot of times it runs through you. Today it was a lot on the ground.
Yeah.
And, you know, is it whatever it takes to win? Is that kind of you guys' motto today?
Yeah, I mean, whatever it takes to win against these guys or whoever else. I mean, our passing game is always usually a big part of our offense, but today, obviously, it was probably one of my worst games ever, but I was just glad to stick in there and keep holding the ball there in that last drive and just not fumble it and just seal the victory.
What did you guys have to tell yourself when you were down 12-0 early? You know,
I said just keep it down because we were stuffing them on the runs, and the only thing they were beating us with was they were getting behind us on some of those passes, and I knew once we figured that out, we were going to be fine throughout the whole game, and we just proved it, shut them out the rest of the game. So
you've been around this program a few years. You kind of know how it is.
Yeah.
What's it feel like to now be kind of, you know, one of the main figures and kind of leading this team on?
Oh,
and
it's
keeping
just,
the playoffs?
I'm glad just to lead this team. I mean, I love this team to death. Just playing with them since we were in 4th grade, and just to get the chance to go to semifinals with them next week, you know, it's really just an overwhelming feeling, and I thank God for it, really.
Perfect, thanks.
It feels awesome today. I can't be any more happy. I'm speechless right now. But our team, we really put our hearts on our sleeve, and we came together as a family today, and we really got a victory, and I couldn't be happier for our team.
You know, a little bit of a role reversal last year. You guys let the 19-point lead slip away. This year you found yourself down 12. Was that something you thought about, or something, you know, just kind of like a, hey, we can do this kind of thing?
We definitely had last year's game in mind today, but I think that helped us out better because, again, we should put our hearts on our sleeves, and we came together as a family, and we did our jobs. We manned up, and we took control of the game after they went up 12-0. That was big. So we did what we had to do, and we got the victory today.
What's it feel like to be a part of this Morrison football program, this tradition, and you guys are a big part of it now. You're moving on to the semifinals, and you know, you kind of anything can happen from here. You know,
it feels great to be a part of this. I mean, we got down to state a couple of years ago, and these seniors, we really want to do that again. So we're going to come out hard next week and really come together as a family and as a team and put our hearts on our sleeves and play and work hard and get on that field again next week and hopefully do the same, come away with the win.
Sounds good. Thanks. Congrats.
Thank you.
Again, good to talk to you in this situation again, huh?
Very much so. Like I said, it's a very pleasant feeling. It hasn't quite set in yet, but I'm sure it will as soon as we kind of walk away. But it's a great scene over there with the white shirts and their parents, the crowd. Morrison got a fantastic football community, and we're very blessed to be able to give them something to cheer about this weekend.
What did you tell your guys going into this week? You know, obviously, you're no stranger to the last 3 losses against Newman. What did you tell your guys to kind of keep them focused and not get too much into we have to, you know, overcome this team that's beat? You know, what did you tell them?
Well, luckily we focus on just that week's game, and it does sound cliche, but we had a lot of people kind of wanting to put the word revenge and get payback and so forth going into this game. But I'm a very strong believer that revenge is a poisonous pill that you keep swallowing that bitter taste all the time. So we were looking to focus on the moment and take advantage of what we had presently at this time, and we did capitalize. And like I said, we live for each game, and like I said, it's a lot of fun. But we'll take the weekend and reflect on that, and then we'll get ready for our semifinal game.
What'd you tell your guys when they were down 12-0? I mean, obviously it's easy to get down on yourself against a team that's been beating you in the past,
Well, that's just it. They didn't get down. We looked at it and we said, you know what? We didn't quite get our assignments. We made some boneheaded mistakes right there. They capitalized. Good teams do that. It's time for us to be a good team and show them what we can. And they've got that resilient character, and they bounce back, and that's exactly what they did.
Did you plan on the running game, hitting the running game hard today?
Most definitely. We were looking at that. I think over the last couple times, kind of got away from it a little bit. Some had to do with the scores that we had and so forth. But we really took it upon a challenge to come at them and be physical, play a good Northwest style of football right there, and really stay balanced.
It's the only time I'll ever get a chance to be in here.
I hope this still works. Coach, what are you going to do different this week in practice?
Well, and that's just it.
In practice, how are you going to prep up?
You got Stark County too.
We got Stark County. We're going to go in again to kind of focus on ourselves. We're going to make sure that we try to eliminate some mistakes. We still had some assignments blown on the defense that did cost points. We had some points that we left on the ground literally by turnovers and whatnot. And we got to clean that up. We shouldn't be doing that in a quarterfinal game and still coming out victorious. But I'll take it. But I'd like to see a cleaner game in that regard.
Talk about your defense, how you kind of really slowed down Newman's running game. That really was what killed you the first time out this year against them.
Yeah, and that's we really got after it, and our motto was defense, get off the field. What we saw in our first game, we did give up some big plays that got them points, but when we look back at the film, we were seeing Newman getting 3 yards and 3 yards and then 4 yards and first down, and it was just just bleeding us through the game, and we didn't have a whole lot of chance to run a whole lot of offense, and then we were down, and like I said, and then we were relying on the passing game. We wanted to use the offense as a chance to get the defense off the field and kind of have Newman over there wondering about their offense a little bit, and we were able to do that with the running game, and our defense for the most part rose to the challenge and won first and second down and then got off the field.
Yeah, and you guys kind of flipped the script on Newman there. You guys were the ones grinding it out at the end when you needed to.
Yeah, and that's like I said, we got it. Senior Mark and Andy really carried the load there for us. Danny Willis was a true warrior. He was injured for a good part of the year. He was trying to avoid me there for most of the game because I think he got himself hurt a little bit, but there was no way of getting him out of the game, so I'm going to have to find out what happened with him. But like I said, these kids, they work hard, and we tell them if you get that hard work, it's hard to quit, and they definitely have a lot of fight in them.
You've talked about your team's resiliency. Talk about Andy Shavers specifically. He fumbles on that play at the one earlier and then comes up with 2 touchdowns.
Andy's being a senior, being a captain, and he probably works as hard as anybody over there. It's hard to say who would work harder with that group, but definitely that was something that he didn't want to be in his legacy and so forth. So I'm very happy to see him rebound and get those points for us.
One last quick question from me. Your Big Rivers schedule is now officially over. What do you guys take out of the Big Rivers Conference and the teams you play week in and week out now that you're moving on? You're seeing
no
what the
kidding.
state
That's kind of, we were kind of somewhat tongue-in-cheek saying we won the Big Rivers Conference tournament here, and now we're getting into the IHSA playoffs. But we kind of knew that was happening. I think the schools up in this area played the best small school football that you can find around. So it's we told the guys, regardless of what's happening, we're going to get a championship tonight and so forth. And I believe that's true. We still have to go out and see Stark County, and we got to see the team from the other bracket and whatnot. But they can take a lot of pride as far as winning the quarterfinal game from this bracket.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.